We're sitting down with life coach Erica Anderson Rooney because it's February. We got through the month of January, and if you are still sticking to your resolutions, well, you're winning. Regardless of the difficulties you have faced, the obstacles you have gotten by, you're doing it. But making it a habit that keeps up throughout the year can be tricky. So, Erica, what is the best way for us to maintain our momentum in these goals?
Listen, Eric, there's two things that I always think about when we're talking about maintaining momentum, especially in February, right? It's cold, it's dreary. Nobody wants to go after things like those fitness
Facts.
goals they set way back in January, okay? And what those two things are is revisiting your why, right? Why do you want this goal? Why did you set that goal in the first place? Is it financial security? Is it your physical health? Do you want to be able to get up and down off the floor with your kids, right? Connecting with your why, really rooting and grounding in that is going to help you carry that momentum forward. But the second thing that I always tell people to do is create a rhythm, right? There is a reason why Steve Jobs wore a black turtleneck and ate the same breakfast every single day. It takes up less mental space. And when we get into these rhythms and we know what we're supposed to be doing, right? We know when we're supposed to be doing it and we've got it all set, it makes our lives easier, it makes it simpler, and it gives you that momentum to carry it through. And I cannot stress enough how creating those rhythms, both your morning routines, your evening routines, and your weekend routines, those are so important to keeping that momentum driving forward.
Absolutely. I my own personal goals for the year, I have a list of everything. And this is something that I feel like a lot of people don't understand is at the start, it may take actually a little bit longer because I find myself checking my to-do schedule throughout the day to make sure I'm on track, to make sure I'm doing all the things that I want to try to do within the time allotted on any given day. But you need to realize that once this really sets in, you're not checking the schedule. You know what you're doing. You know what you're supposed to, where you're supposed to be at any given point. It really does create a sense of freedom. You can push those goals even further. While I'm going for a jog, I can listen to podcasts about betterment and bettering myself. There's so much extra time that you find.
There is, and I love to tell people too, you don't just have to create rhythms around your own personal routines. You can create rhythms in your workplace, in your community. So, for example, if you are a leader or you manage a team, maybe you do all your one-on-ones on Tuesday or Wednesday, right? And then you use your Mondays and Thursdays for some deep work, and you use your Fridays for presentations. I don't know, right? But you can start to create those rhythms and routines so that you're not constantly having to check your calendar, figure out what you're doing, when you're going to do it, how is it going to fit in? But then also be flexible with yourself. One of the things that stops momentum on these goals is perfection, right? We think I've got to work out every single day for 30 minutes a day or it's not worth it. And that's not true, right? If you can get 20 minutes, if you can get 10 minutes in, it's amazing. And I always tell people, you would not slash three tires on your car if you had one flat, right? You would fix it and move on. So
Yeah.
if you miss a day, don't throw the whole week into the trash. Pick it right back up and get going. And that will that will maintain your momentum.
And it's also just finding that achievement and giving yourself the props that you deserve. If your goal is to work out a half hour every day, but one day you're feeling run down, you're feeling tired, and you only squeeze in a quick, 5-minute run, you still did the thing, guys. You still worked out a little bit. You still kept that momentum going.
I
That's
tell
so
everybody,
important.
you're lapping everybody on the couch.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Doing a little bit is so important because doing nothing, especially just for me personally, I find that doing nothing and allowing myself to kind of talk myself out of my habits is what really tosses them to the wayside.
It really does. And I know a lot of people tend to channel into words and affirmations that, give them that positivity. And I always tell people if they're struggling to maintain those routines and the momentum and do the things they need to do to hit their goals, what they really need to do is just get a heck yeah journal. It's a piece of paper and you start writing down your successes. Heck yeah, I made it to the gym, even if it was only for 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I made it to the gym and this time I got 30 minutes done, you know? But give yourself that scientific evidence, the hardcore proof that you can do those things even when you don't want to do them. Because I know for me, I'm a science girl. I love evidence. When I'm feeling stuck or deflated, I go back to my Heck Yeah journal and I flip through there to give myself that boost of positivity and remind myself how good I actually do feel when I do what I say I'm going to do.
Yes, that's so important. So often when I've completed a very, very productive but busy day, you feel exhausted, but you feel so fulfilled. I feel like as human beings, we love being productive. We love doing stuff in the world all around us. Now, Erica, where could someone go for more information about setting goals, maintaining goals, and keeping the momentum going throughout the entire year?
Yes, they can find more information on my website, which is ericaandersonrooney.com. And I've got a ton of resources all focused on this exact topic. So please check it out right there.
And as always, we're going to make sure that all the links you need to connect with Erica, it's all going to be available over on our website, 9and10news.com, after the show today.